Jello Beats, holla at me.
Hi everybody, my name is Tash Levon and welcome to my channel. Basically, this is just going to be a free space where we talk about life, where we talk about just a wide array of things. But just to give you a little overview of who I am 24 years young. I am hailing from the great state of Sumter, South Carolina, or great city and state of Sumter, South Carolina. I currently live in Greensboro, North Carolina, where I am attending school. So first and foremost, let's just go ahead and get started with our hot mess of the week. Stay tuned.
Love me, you was my baby, my fucking cinnamon apple, my rose. You was always there for me. And you gonna leave me for some fucking dumbass nigga? For some dumb nigga? You just gonna fucking leave me?
Listen, okay, so that I love that video because oftentimes you hear young men talk about how young ladies are crazy and that they do stuff that's out of the way. But this video, this one's a peach. This one's grand because it shows this gentleman bearing it all. This man said that she was his cinnamon apple, y'all. Not his butter pecan swirl, not his honey bun, not his sweet apple pie, not his caramel latte. Hell, caramel frappuccino. Anything would have been better than calling her his cinnamon apple. But hey, that just shows that the love was real. He made a fool of himself over this girl. So, cinnamon apple, this one's for you. If you're out there, if you're listening, sorry about that. But if you're listening, cinnamon apple, let me tell you something. You clearly dodged a bullet because he's a fool. And he's shown that he's a fool. And he's trending all over the world as a fool. So, congratulations, cinnamon apple, for getting rid of that one. Because bruh he's not it. Okay, so let's just switch gears a little bit and talk about something that's gone on this week. I guess Karreuche, who is Chris Brown's on again, off again girlfriend, has found her niche. And it is not in a good way. She has pissed the Beehive off. And if you know anything about the Beehive and the Rihanna Navy, they are just two subgroups that you do not want to piss off. Like, it's just that simple. Basically, Miss Karreuche decided that she was going to make a comment about a certain little Carter child's hair on Monday. And Black Twitter and the internet and Instagram and everything exploded. It was all bad. And Karreuche, RIP girl, because I'm not sure exactly what she does other than I don't know what does. I'm gonna have to Google that, what she does. She's a model. I don't. Was she on Love and Hip Hop? I don't know what she does. However, whatever it was that she was doing prior to Monday, it's probably not going to happen for her again because everything is wrecked. Here are a few tweets that came from this unfortunate event. Y'all not right. I'm just going to read some. Just listen to some of this. So one tweet reads, you're clinging onto a man in relevance for dear life because you don't have a plan B. You're not even worthy of Blue Ivy's breath. Okay. Some of these I just can't because, y'all. Oh, man. So it says Karreuche should have been Floyd to the script. Lord, I would have. Listen, let me explain something to y'all. if what she's saying is true and she read it off of a teleprompter, I would have just stood up there just like this. I wouldn't have said a word. I wouldn't have said a word. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like, it's no way that you could have thought that this was going to go any other way than what it went. Like, Karreuche. Listen, Karreuche, let's just talk about this for a minute, hun. I don't know where to begin. First of all, just take some time. Just take some time. Go on a sabbatical. Get your mind right. Clearly, there is some type of gap in judgment here. I just have no words for you, my love. Like, you been pissed off the beehive. Them bitches be stinging. Like, it's not a joke. They're crazy, and they live for bee, and they live for her seed, her offspring. Come on, girl. That's all I can say for you at this point. I wish you well in whatever it is that you do. It's not to drag you or to shade you. Everybody has their niche. Like I said at the beginning of this, you found yours. You're infamous now. You're like the Joker. You are like Swamp Man. You are like Bigfoot. You are. I mean, we don't care for you anymore. I don't know what to say, my love. Like, Okay. Our quote for today comes from John Lennon, and it's a very popular quote, and it says that life is what happens when you're too busy making plans. And this quote really resonates with me, especially recently, because I always was the type of person to make plans, whether I knew it or not. I would plan out what to say, how to act, how other people would respond before I even had a chance for me to act in the first place. Planning out my life and by what age I wanted to be married and have children. I definitely thought that by now I would be married with kids and settled. Just planning everything out all the time. And because of that, I missed out on a lot of great opportunities, which is fine because I'm exactly where I need to be right now. So that's okay. But I did miss out on some really great things that could have helped me to grow and to just be prosperous. I don't feel like they were missed opportunities, so to speak. I feel like what's for me is definitely for me. But I do feel like I've missed out on a lot of happiness in life out of fear, out of planning, out of not knowing what's going to happen next and letting that terrify me. And I guess the moral of that has just been that I have completely changed my thought process and how I look at life and how I look at just living every day at a time, taking each obstacle as they come. I think that a lot of times we limit ourselves by putting ourselves in that box, by having this plan, this grand plan for our life and expecting everything to fall into place. And then when they don't, then we're traumatized by it. We don't want to go on. We want to get into this little ball and just let life pass us by sometimes because it's hard. It's hard when you know that you have something planned out for you. You know what you want. You know exactly, or you think you know exactly what you want, and it just doesn't work that way. That is hard. It's hard to feel that you love someone and you want to spend the rest of your life with them, and it doesn't happen. It's hard to lose that job that you've been working on for all this time and to have nothing to show for it, but you know, the time that you spent there. It's hard to not get that promotion or not to get into your dream school or any number of things. Life is already hard enough. And we make it so much harder. We make it significantly harder when we hold ourselves to these unreasonable standards and we put ourselves into this mindset that X, Y, and Z has to happen before this, or that I have to do this, or that this is the absolute best that I can give. Honestly, when we take the restraints off, when we actually just live and we live with purpose, and the purpose being to make every day the best day of your life, then so many other doors and opportunities open up for you. Because we close all these doors that could possibly be good for us. We do it to ourselves. And like I said before, life is already hard enough. Don't make it harder on yourself. Live instead of making these plans, and instead of thinking that we have it all figured out, just live your life, because really and truly we have nothing figured out. I assumed that by 24 I'd be married with children and a homemaker and just have this big wonderful life with a great husband and all of these things. And though that's great and it works for somebody, it didn't work for me. And I'm okay with that. And I don't necessarily aspire to plan out my life anymore. And though I do have goals and I do have things that I want to work for, I don't feel like the world's going to end if I don't get this or I don't get that, because I feel like life will put you exactly where you need to be. So if recently you've gone through something and you know that it's something that meant everything to you, be it a relationship, work, school, and it just did not work out the way that you thought it should, just know that it's okay. And I even encourage you to take those constraints off of yourself. You've been given a divine opportunity to live your life to the absolute fullest. You are amazing, if you haven't heard it today. And I genuinely mean that. And I feel like everybody has this super potential to be amazing and great and wonderful once we take those chains off of ourselves, once we live life. Instead of spending the time making those plans, instead of worrying, instead of saying what if, instead of holding ourselves back because we feel like we're not good enough, when in actuality, you are so much enough. You're more than enough. So, I mean, just live your life. That's what I've been doing recently, and it's opened up so many different doors for me. I don't know where to begin, because I feel like I don't even know the best that I can do. I feel like I'm capable of more than what I can even imagine. When I say that this is the absolute best, I'm putting a restraint on myself. To realize that, to realize that as a human being, you are limitless. And according to your faith, whatever that may be, I'm a respecter of all, then that even gives you more power, because knowing that there is a higher being there to be there to support you and build you up along the way, that's a whole nother story for another day. But that's also a source of empowerment. Like, you can literally do whatever it is that you want to do. And it's crazy because we've been hearing that since we were little kids, and it's become such old hat that we really don't even believe it anymore. And then people get so stuck in the fact that something didn't go the way that they wanted it to, or that life just isn't what they planned for it to be at 25, 20, 35, 40, that we minimize, we shrink ourselves. And I'm just at a point where I am not willing to shrink myself anymore, not for anyone. And with that being said, back to the quote, life is what happens when you're busy making plans. So what's going to happen in your life? Are you going to plan it out, and make yourself miserable because things rarely ever go as planned? Or are you going to live your life and take full advantage of those opportunities that come your way? The choice is always yours. And we have reached the end of our time here together. Thank you again for your time, and you will see me soon, because I would hope that you like me. No, but seriously, thank you for taking your time to stop by and check me out, and continue to check me out. Follow me on Instagram, Tash Lavon. Look me up on Facebook at Tash Lavon. So yeah, just hit me up. And again, thank you for coming out. See you soon.